Today, I'm happy to announce I'm going to be finally making a video about the basics of great photography. We're going to be talking about the love triangle, if you will. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Today I'm starting with Aperture. I've made some shorts about these camera basics, but I think having both options between short and long form is very useful. I know that some people might not take in new information that fast, and so here I am. Aperture is how you focus the light into your camera. It's controlled by f-stops. The smaller an f-stop is set to, the more light is able to enter your lens, resulting in a shallower depth of field, depending on your lens. And I love this shallow look. Around f4, which is the lowest my lens will personally let me go, gets what is called bokeh. And it is, it's nice. It's nice to look at. Going low on f-stops, however, can cause softness around the actual image itself, which, you know, artistic style. Going the other way to a larger f-stop makes the opening smaller, which not only makes the pictures darker, but lets you make everything in your image sharp. However, it can cause you to lose image quality due to what is called diffraction. You might have noticed my wording earlier about depending on your lens, and what I mean by this is the larger your lens is, the more light gets in, and because of this we can calculate the diameter of your lens with this simple equation. F-stop n is equal to focal length f divided by d, which is diameter. So d is equal to f divided by n, and you can even approximate the depth of field with this equation right here. Hell, there's even a formula for diffraction. And there it is. It's that simple. There is Aperture. Moving on to shutter speed, this is as simple as the speed in which the shutter deploys, letting in less or more light depending on how long the shutter is open. And the shutter is measured in fractions of a second, i.e. 1/48 is 1/48th of a second. The smaller your shutter speed is, let's say 1/300, there's no motion blur because it is moving too fast to let in more light that might blur your image. But because of this, you have a darker image overall. If your number is bigger, say 1 second, you're letting in a ton of light and it is causing motion blur. For cinema, of course, motion blur is not a bad thing. It is all art after all. And guess what time it is? That's right, more math, but a little less complicated this time. The motion blur of the human eye is calculated to be around 1/2 times whatever your frame rate is. So let's say you're shooting in the American classic of 23.976 FPS. To achieve the motion blur of the human eye, you would need a shutter speed of 1/48. That's usually what I personally shoot in as well. Last and most boring, ISO. ISO refers to International Organization for Standardization. It replaced options you might see in older cameras such as ASA or DIN. And there used to be different standards for each country. ASA standing for, of course, American Standard Association, which was standard in the US and the UK. I am, of course, not an expert on this, so let's actually get back to ISO. ISO boosts the signal coming from your digital camera, making it, of course, brighter. The brighter you make it, the more imperfections you will see. And chroma noise is caused by the camera not knowing what color something is, and it's making its best effort to guess. It guesses this with what is called interpolation. Interpolation, who would have guessed? It's more math. And now there's a lot of ways to interpolate, and I'm not a camera engineer, so if you want the formula, here is the simplest one I could find. Yeah, I know, piece of cake. This right here is what is called bilinear interpolation. And you might be asking, why do I need to know this? Long story short, you don't, but you're now a better cinematographer because of it. You're welcome and have a great night.